So our Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has reposted something. This is from a few days ago now, of this absolutely insane Christian pastor saying the most crazy shit I've ever heard in my life, including that women shouldn't have the right to vote and all this other stuff. We're actually going to watch the whole video here in a moment because it's that crazy. And like, I just, it's 6 minutes and 48 seconds. And we need to watch it. And just remember, as you're watching this crazy video, that Pete Hegseth, a very top level official in our government, has retweeted this and said, all of Christ for all of life. After we read this, we're going to switch over and read an article from Axios about the Pentagon basically having to turn around and defend Hegseth and be like, oh, he didn't mean that, bro. Okay. Anyways, enough babbling. Let's watch this shit. Okay. This is amazing.
Christchurch senior pastor Doug Wilson makes no apologies for his belief.
Oh, I also have it sped up. I'm trying to save a little bit of time here, man. Okay, it's sped up. If you want to watch the full video, you can find it pretty easily on Pete Hegseth's Twitter.
Beliefs on God and country.
I'd like to see the town be a Christian town. I'd like to see the state be a Christian state. I'd like to see the nation be a Christian nation. I'd like to see the world be a Christian world.
And now Wilson's controversial views as a Christian nationalist are gaining sway in the nation's center of power with the recent opening of his new church and high-profile parishioners like Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth.
Is planting a church in D.C. part of your mission to try to turn this into a Christian nation?
Yes. So every society is theocratic. The only question is who's Theo? In a secular democracy, it would be demos, the people. In a Christian republic, it'd be Christ.
Well, what would you say to someone watching this and say, look, I'm a Muslim. Who are you to say your worldview is better than mine, that your God is better than mine?
Well, if I went to Saudi Arabia, I would fully expect to live under their God's rules.
But you said earlier that you want this to be a Christian world.
Yes.
So you want to supplant their religion with your Christian.
Yes, by peaceful means, by sharing the gospel. There's a lot of work yet to do. I believe that we are working our little corner of the vineyard.
Wilson's Little Corner, a picturesque campus nestled on the outskirts of downtown Moscow, Idaho, is growing by the day with thousands of like-minded Christians. Parishioners of his church, known as Kirkers, own and operate several businesses downtown next to liberal college town stores.
If it's true.
Why did he yell boo? Because it's because of you.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
That's a regular day for you.
That's not unusual.
A big focus of his Christian movement is on a patriarchal society where men are dominant and women are expected to submit to their husbands.
Women are the kind of people that people come out of.
So you just think they're meant to have babies? That's it. They're just a vessel.
No, it doesn't take any talent to simply reproduce biologically. The wife and mother, who is the chief executive of the home, is entrusted with 3 or 4 or 5 eternal souls.
I'm here as a working journalist, and I'm a mom of 3.
Good for you.
Is that an issue for you?
No, it's not automatically an issue.
Josh and Amy Prinz, along with their 4 kids, moved here from Washington State.
Do you see Amy as your equal?
Yes and no, in the sense that we're both saved by grace. We're absolutely on equal footing, but we have very different purposes, God-given.
But do you see yourself as the head of the household, as the man?
He is the head of our household. Yes, and I do submit to him.
So like moving here
I was just
was
going to say
ultimately
that.
your decision.
Yes,
that's a great
example.
Wilson says in his vision of a Christian society, women as individuals shouldn't be able to vote. His fellow pastors Jared Longshore and Toby Sumter agree.
In my ideal society, we would vote as households. And I would ordinarily be the one that would cast the vote, but I would cast the vote having discussed it with my household.
But what if your wife doesn't want to vote for the same person as you?
Right. Well, then that's a great opportunity for a good discussion.
There are some who have gone so far as to say that they want the 19th Amendment repealed.
I would support that. And I'd support it on the basis that the atomization that comes with our current system is not good for humans.
And Wilson, a veteran himself, is unapologetic about his view that women shouldn't be in certain leadership or combat roles.
Looking at the leadership page for Christchurch, it's all men. Do you accept women in leadership roles in the church and government?
In the church, no.
Why?
Because the Bible says not to.
Well, that's not what happens in the Bible. Women do lead all the time.
Progressive faith leader Reverend Jennifer Butler is concerned about Wilson's growing influence.
He is rapidly gaining in power. He has hundreds of churches established around the country. They actually literally want to take over towns and cities, and they have access to this administration.
Wilson is part of a broader Christian nationalist movement making inroads with the Trump administration, with a newly created faith office led by evangelical pastor Paula White Cain, and people seen right outside the White House entrance praying and speaking in tongues.
We are standing on the soil of the White House, and we are declaring your word.
How precious!
And now there's a monthly prayer service at the Pentagon, initiated by Hegseth, Wilson's highest level connection to the administration.
It's not organizationally tied to us, but it's the kind of thing we love to see.
For his part, Hegseth has publicly praised Wilson.
Now we're standing on the shoulders of a generation later, the Doug Wilsons and the others.
Wilson's influence spans the globe with more than 150 churches. Lennox Califungua moved to Moscow from Africa.
It's really because I wanted to be a part of a community that was doing something, and especially in building Christian institutions.
Are there other black families in this community?
Oh, absolutely. There's a few black families.
Wilson maintains all are welcome to his church, but he's also not shying away from his past controversial statements on race.
Do you still believe what you said back in the 90s, that there's a mutual affection between master and slave?
Yes, it depends on which master, which slave you're talking about. Slavery was overseen and conducted by fallen human beings, and there were horrendous abuses, and there were also people who owned slaves who were decent human beings and didn't mistreat them. I think that system of chattel slavery was an unbiblical system, and I'm grateful it's gone.
What he also wants gone? Same-sex marriage, because he thinks homosexuality is a crime.
In the late 70s and early 80s, sodomy was a felony in all 50 states. That America of that day was not a totalitarian hellhole.
So you would like America to go back to that?
Yep.
Wilson maintains his ultimate goal is to bring about the second coming of Christ through his work and rejects critics' claims he's trying to make the dystopian world of The Handmaid's Tale a reality.
I'm not a white nationalist. I'm not a fascist. I'm not a racist. I'm not a misogynist.
How far off do you see a Christian nation, like a full-on Christian theocracy?
Oh, 250 years.
250 years.
Yeah, honestly, that's yes.
What you see. But you do think it will happen?
Yes, I do. We're not going to usher in anything ourselves. We're really genuinely pioneers.
What do I even say to this, man? What do I even say to this? Our defense secretary reposted this guy. This is the values of Republicans, and I love how he's like, yeah, so like slavery is actually kind of good, just like it has to be a certain kind of slavery. I don't like same-sex marriage. Also, women shouldn't vote. But I'm not a fascist. I'm not a fascist. I'm not misogynistic. I might be a homophobe though. It's crazy. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to say about this beside like this is a mental illness. Republicans love to throw around the term mental illness for so many things, especially when it comes to gay people or trans people. But like people with this kind of Christian fundamentalism, I mean, really any religious like fundamentalism and extremism, this has to be like, this is brain rot. This is like the biggest brain disease shit I've ever seen in my life. And they straight up like say it's like, yeah, like secularism is like for the people, and then like you have Christ, and that, like, you know, Christ is in control, bro, and that's awesome. It's like these people are off their rockers. And of course he talks about how he wants it to be not only a Christian country but also a Christian world. This is a mental illness. This is I can't even articulate the words to describe just how insane these people are. And our defense secretary reposted this video with all the stuff about endorsing slavery, endorsing the banning of same-sex marriage, endorsing the idea that women shouldn't vote. Like, this is someone in our administration, very high level. Oh, what the hell is happening? And you know you fucked up. You know when you fucked up when the first 4 X replies I see are actually calling this out. That's when you really know you fucked up. When even people on X are like, hey dog, you need to reel it back a little bit, okay? So this is some deranged Christian nationalist shit. Listen to the interview. Pete Hegseth doesn't think women should be able to vote. Keep your faith out of our government, you incompetent rapist supporting drunk.
Christchurch senior pastor.
But what happens when your husband is a cheating drunk who left his first wife for a second wife, but then got his mistress pregnant and then divorced the second wife to marry the third wife? Like, at what point are you no longer qualified to lead the head of the household? Okay, so obviously, the Pentagon had to come out and clarify Secretary Hegseth's repost on women's right to vote. This is from Axios. A Department of Defense official faced pressure Thursday to reaffirm Secretary Pete Hegseth's commitment to women's rights to vote after the Pentagon chief reposted a video of a pastor saying the opposite. Why it matters, reposting the video is a part of a growing list of controversial moves Hegseth has made towards women amid his effort to purge the military of wokeness. Another thing, if you're going around and being like, yeah, as a fucking grown-ass man in government being like, yeah, the issue with stuff going on right now is woke and DEI. It's like when Trump, like, unironically comes out and be like, yeah, that plane and Black Hawk collision, that was because of woke. Okay, and, so what they're saying, of course, the secretary thinks that women should have the right to vote. Pentagon Press Secretary Kingsley Wilson told reporters on Thursday, I'm not going to litigate every single aspect of what he may or may not believe in a certain video. Like, what in the video did he agree with then? Because every single thing said in that video is just morally wrong on so many levels, I don't even know where to begin. Catch up quick in the video, CNN. Okay, we already seen it. Wilson of the Pentagon said at the press conference that Hegseth very much appreciates many of Mr. Wilson's writings and teachings. Like, which ones? Is it the one about how slavery is actually good, or that we should ban same-sex marriage? Like, which one is it? Can you catch me up on that? Or we should create a Christian nation or a Christian world? Like, can you just, like, which ones? What's your favorite? Can you rank them from, you know, favorite to favoritist? Pentagon referred Axios to Williams' press conference when reached for further comment. Zoom out. The secretary has repeatedly come under fire for his stances of women in the military and has previously said that the military allowed itself to go woke. Talk about a fucking mental illness, man. Jesus Christ. Generals and admirals involved in any of the DEI woke shit has to go. Mental illness. The secretary removed the first woman to lead the U.S. Naval Academy, Vice Admiral Yvette Davids, last month, removing her before the end of her expected 3-year term. It's fucked up. Homeland Security announced the removal of Admiral Linda Fagan, the first woman to lead the U.S. Coast Guard, and U.S. Navy Vice Admiral Shoshana Chatfield, who served as the U.S. military representative to the NATO Military Committee, was fired earlier this year. Admiral Lisa Franchetti, the first woman to serve as the highest ranking officer of the U.S. Navy, was also removed. Wow, okay. You know, it's all fine and dandy, man. I'm sure it's because they were bad at their jobs or something. It has nothing to do with them being women. Just nothing at all. They were all, actually, all these high-level people, they were just bad at their jobs, and they were just too woke, man. Imagine, like, being fired, and it's like, yeah, it's because of wokeness. Like, you're too woke. It's like, do you even know the definition of woke? Like, the general definition of woke is something along the lines of, like, yeah, I can recognize, like, trends and, like, racial disparities and things of that nature and call out, like, racism, misogyny, like, I know, like, in 2016 or whenever the SJW era was, it was like, yeah, it was annoying. It was annoying as hell. I agree. But, like, at least you could say these people weren't fascist and they weren't out to put other people down. They were out to defend marginalized groups. So I would take, like, 2016 or wokeness, SJW-ness, like when that was peak, I would take that a million times over, man, than just people being openly Nazi and openly fascist. Because, you know, like, one is just like a little annoying, and then the other is fascism. All right, let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below, and if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.